Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Domo Nation. We're excited to be here. I have a couple of unicorns, dolphins, or whatever you might call them. John Mellor, Julie Kehoe, welcome to the show. How we doing, everybody?
Doing great. Mark, how you doing? How you doing, Julie?
Doing great. Great. We're getting snow.
Well, everybody has been making fun of me because I'm wearing a scarf today, but it has gotten cold in Utah, and we're gonna get dumped on with snow tonight. So we're actually kind of excited.
Yeah,
it's the time. It's the time, everybody. We're here because we're ready to talk about Domopalooza. We got something big happening March 22nd to the 25th back in Salt Lake City. I've got a couple of my good friends, John Mellor, our Chief Strategy Officer, Julie Kehoe, our Chief Communications Officer, and they are going to talk all about Domo and DP today. If you haven't registered, I'm going to drop a link right below. Check it out. But first off, if you're listening right now, and there's a good group, if you're listening, you probably know who Domo is. You probably know what we do. But just in case you landed here and you're like, what's all the blue and what are they talking about? Mellor, give us the lowdown. Who are we and what do we do at Domo?
Oh, thanks, Mark. This is so exciting. Domo changes how you do business. It really does. And there's no better place to see this than at Domopalooza. Domo's a platform that enables companies to create these modern data experiences through modern BI and data-enabled apps. And these data-enabled apps, they're so exciting. And I think they're the real breakthrough, the way that customers are using Domo to really do business differently. It's so exciting, and I'm pumped for Domopalooza this year. It's that one time a year where I think we're finally going to be able to shake hands with people and see people and really interact face to face. Couldn't be more excited.
That's awesome. Julie, talk to us a little bit about the history. We're coming back to Salt Lake. I want to hear all about where it's been and where we're going.
You bet. So right where it started, we're coming back to the Grand America in Salt Lake City. This is our 8th Domopalooza, if you can believe it, and if I've done my math correctly, but we started in 2015. And when we started, Domopalooza was really set out to be a different kind of event, a different kind of tech and user conference, one where it's all about inspiration, education, entertainment, networking, real high energy, right? But also this kind of feeling of, an intimate group of friends all coming to get together. And what's been exciting is, you hear from data gurus. We've had Nate Silver. We've had people who have used data to change the game in their industries, like Billy Bean and the youngest GM of MLB ever, Theo Epstein. We've also brought in, the great entertainment, super high energy, from Macklemore to Pitbull to Ciara to throwbacks with Boys to Men. And, so it's business in the front, party in the back, and lots of great education throughout the whole time.
It's awesome. Mellor, talk to me. What is so special about Domopalooza? What are you excited about?
Well, I think the best part about Domopalooza and Domo in general is just the customers and the partners that we interact with. And, the opportunity to actually get together, to be able to kind of understand how each other is dealing with the issues that are super fresh. We're all in an environment where business is changing daily. Whether it's supply chain issues, whether it's staffing issues, there's just so many different challenges coming at all of us in real time. And to be able to interact with others who are dealing with similar challenges, either in your industry or in maybe your role, but in a different industry, just brings perspective, and it brings an opportunity to learn how to do things differently. So, my number one takeaway from Domopalooza is just hearing directly from customers who are using Domo to do business differently. It's a fresh way to hear about what's going on. It's a fresh way to understand the most current sources of data, the most current ways to expose that data, take action on that data, and just hear how people are getting results fast and how they're getting leverage out of their teams. So, and this happens, as Julie said, it's in kind of this casual, friendly environment where we're all interacting over lunch, over dinner, at the events. But you also get, really awesome keynotes from customers who are in a structured way showing us what they've done and what they've achieved. So, for example, we got Universal Music Group. They're going to talk about how their thousands of creative employees are really using data to make decisions. They're leveraging Domo to track trends around how people are consuming music, how to identify top songs, who are the breakthrough artists, how do I find that next hit and really amplify it. We've got Sony Interactive Entertainment. They're going to talk about how they're using Domo Everywhere to publish data to literally thousands of partners in their ecosystem. So it brings partners directly into the data so that they get the insights and they get that user experience that Sony wants them to have, so they can all operate as an ecosystem better. United Health Group, they're going to talk about how the team that uses Domo they've literally changed the name of the team from Digital Analytics and Insights to Digital Strategy and Insights, because they have made that pivot. It's not just about analytics on data, it's about driving business strategy. So, I think that is really the meat of Domopalooza, is interacting with your peers, getting presentations from customers. But I guess there's a fast follow to that, which is also an opportunity to get the hands-on experience. We're all kind of craving getting my hands on the keyboard, understanding how do we actually build an app. Domo talks about these data-enabled app experiences. Well, I want to build one. Well, you're gonna learn that at Domopalooza. You're gonna get your fingers on the keyboard. And then I guess third kind of ties back to the first. It's opportunity to network. Meet your peers. We're managing this in a safe and effective way so that we can all enjoy this opportunity to work hard and play hard in Salt Lake City.
That's awesome, Mellor. We're getting some good comments from some of the Domo Nation. Michael, you're telling us that you missed DP. Well, come join us 22nd to the 25th in Salt Lake City. I'm dropping the link again. Jacob Folsom, you nailed it. Mellor just nailed it. Customer stories and sharing is huge. Great examples. Julie, I want to hear from you. Top 3 reasons why you're excited to attend DP this year.
Well, I'm going to start with definitely connecting with customers again and hearing their stories. Not, you meet them 5 years ago, right? And then you get back with them a year later and you hear how their business has changed and how use cases have changed. I remember the first year Target came to Domopalooza and they were on stage, they were talking about the use case, and then they came back the next year and they talked a year later. And just to hear those stories of how our customers are changing the way they do their business was incredible. But then also what was great is, you see your customers, they come by themselves, and the next time they bring 2 people they work with, and then the next time they've got a team of 5 or 10 people that are coming to Domopalooza. That is really awesome. And then I think the last piece of that kind of tracking customer growth is the career progression. It's like he who knows how to put the data to worketh for the business has, the power. And we see, we've got this great customer who went from being in an important analyst role to actually writing, going on business trips with the CEO because he knew how to answer the questions that the CEO needed and get that data into the CEO's hands at any time. So it's really rewarding. It's why I think we all get up every day and do what we do and to make sure that customers are successful. So that was a long number 1. So that's going to be number 1 and number 2 for me. And then I think the third one, like my math, the third one is going to be the Brilliance Bar. I love that, we have our amazing customer support team on site. They're just able to solve customer problems, answer questions, whatever they may be. Just come on up. Domo's web-based, so people can log into their instance from wherever and we can solve problems and get things rolling for people like that. So I just love that in-person experience. Just can't.
You know, Julie, one of my favorite sessions is the sneak session, where you get the product people on stage. And I tell you, this is one of the scariest sessions I've ever seen in a tech event, because it's literally open mic night. And you know, anybody in the audience, grab the mic, ask Catherine, Darren, Adam, ask them a question. You get the whole product team up there. You can talk about features you want. You can talk about why this works this way and not that way. It's a level of intimacy with the product team where you feel, you know, how much the product team cares. And, you know, you really drive that interaction, and it's fun to see because people sweat. you kind of never know what question's going to come up, but, you know, bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Speaking of which, I mean, we have the Chief Communications Officer here, so why not just ask, Julie, what big announcements are we going to be sharing this year?
Tune in, Mark.
That was nice try.
You can't blow my thunder, but you do know every year we do save some of our most exciting product announcements for this time with our customers. So there will be that, and just stay tuned.
Stay tuned, she says. Stay tuned. Everybody, we're going to do these. Julie and John have just been invited and told, unfortunately, they're going to be joining me quite a bit over the next few months before that March 22nd to the 25th date arrives. If you haven't signed up yet, yes, there's a virtual component. We hope those who can't travel will join us there, but we really want to see you in person. I just dropped on all the different networks a link to go click on. Go and register today. Garrett, we couldn't agree more. People don't always remember what you say, but they remember how you made them feel. And we hope we made you feel like going to DP22 with us. We're going to be back, everybody, next week, 4:30 Mountain Time, 6:30 Eastern Time on Wednesday night. And guess what? Paris, who is the queen of all things Domo events, she's going to give away a free pass to DP22 next week during this pass. Right now, she's sitting back there saying, Mark, you can't say that. Mellor's paying for it. So we're giving away a pass, dang it. Meet us here next week. Mellor's
Mark, we call Paris Domopalooza. And so if you see her at the event, call her Domopalooza. And, you know, we've gone this far, and we haven't really even talked about the entertainment. We got One Republic. We just announced Black Eyed Peas yesterday. And, you know, my guess is we're not done. So it's going to be a really, really good time on the entertainment front as well.
That's awesome. Everybody, we're back again next week, and we're going to have some really cool things to share about pre-conference training. So next week, mark your calendar, click on the link that I just shared, register for Domopalooza right now, and we'll see you back here next week. Have a good break, everybody. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.